Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Ford Taurus 28 again. I am back with another Diecast review from the Disney Planes Fire and Rescue movie, released in 2014. Today we're going to be taking a look at yet another deluxe diecast released by Mattel back in 2014. We're going to be taking a look at Lil Dipper. She is part of the Piston Peak Air Attack team, and she is a twin prop air tanker. I'm not exactly sure what type of model she is. I mean, I'll have to look it up at some point. It's been a while since I've reviewed any Planes characters in my YouTube channel. So, first of all, let's take a look at the plane herself. She is colored, I would say maybe she's golden yellow color. She has flamin' red like engines on both wings. I like the white triple stripe streaking, going across her right wing and her left wing with the number 28 printed in black. It's got the silver holes right there. That might be where the exhaust comes out. I mean, that's part of her turboprops. She's got the big number 28 colored in red with looks like dark shading behind it on both sides of her tail. Her tail is colored gold yellow and black. Also, she has that white. She also has that white and red, looks like a diagonal stripe, maybe a zigzag pattern across her rear fuselage. And her tail number is N281JH. And she has a black nose in front of her eyes. She has green eye color. And here's the face. She's got a happy expression. The bottom part is, the bottom part is fully a die cast, but the top part, like her wings and her tail and tail fins are all plastic. I think they did that just to make her light enough to play with. Because if they made her fully metal, she would have been too heavy to play with. Her cockpit windows right there they're all painted in. It's not like a clear plastic insert like they do with the cars. She also has that red and thin black pinstriping that goes streaking across the side of her body. Same on the other side too. And she has the Piston Peak Air Attack team logo right there on her right side. I think you see that on the right side of Windlifter and Blade Ranger. The Piston Peak Air Attack team logo is kind of resemblance to CAL FIRE, because I personally believe that Piston Peak National Park takes place in California. It does resemble Yosemite National Park, so I think it's worth having a logo that resembles CAL FIRE, since more than likely that the whole movie, most of the movie takes place in California. California is where all wildfires happen. It's hot, it's drier. So let me find the planes, or the planes inscription for Lil Dipper. But before I get into that, I do want to show you the features she has. So she has foldable landing gear, both back and front. So her front wheel folds down, and then you put the wheels, and you fold up the wheels, and see, now she can fly and not have to worry about accidentally hitting any trees with her landing gear while she goes and puts out the fire. She also has a hole on the bottom that like connects to planes playsets, but unfortunately she's so big that she doesn't work on any of them, so why did they even bother putting a hole on the bottom for playsets? So I'm gonna put before that, since she is a super scooper, in the movie she is a super scooper that like dives down into lakes, skims water, and then takes off and drops the water on the flames. If you look to the bottom, see these little holes right there? These little holes right there, these little, these little holes right there are supposed to help her scoop water, and then the water goes into her tank, and then when she comes to the fire, she opens these little flaps, and the water comes out and douses the fire. And in the movie, on her back landing gear, the wheels that hold the tires in place, in the movie it's red, but on the toy here it's all silver. They probably didn't have time to paint it in red so it'd be accurate to the movie. Let me just zoom out here. And since she is a super scooper that skims lakes and drops water on fires, I highly recommend you not try that with the toy, because it is not a water toy, and the water could actually ruin the finish or ruin the paint on the metal part. So where is the inscription? So I will have to be right back with the inscription for Lil Dipper. So the inscription says, "A tough and fearless firefighter, Lil Dipper is a super scooper who can skim lakes and scoop water to drop on fires. She also loves to watch air racing and is thrilled when Dusty shows up at Piston Peak. Like I showed you before, you pull out the wheels and lock them into place, and then you move the pontoons down. Speaking of which, I have not done that. She also has that feature when you put the pontoons down. Think you can do that when you skim the lakes. I think these pontoons help her stay afloat on the surface of the water when she goes and skims water. That's when she goes into the lake and skims water. This keeps her afloat and not drown or sink in, because lakes are obviously deep enough for you to sink. So put these back up. And one more, she did, if you, on the other side, here's her little inscription. It says Lil Dipper. So she has working props. Since she's a plane, all the plane's diecasts are obviously not flying toys, but this particular one is not a flying toy and not a water toy. If you want to have a Lil Dipper that's suitable for playtime in the bathtub or in a swimming pool, I recommend you buying the Hydro Wheels version of Lil Dipper. If you look on eBay or Amazon, you might find some, but just be forewarned that now these days these are very expensive, especially online. So this pretty much wraps up this review for Lil Dipper. Thank you everybody for watching my review of my review of Lil Dipper, the airplane that the super scooper. Okay, I'm not gonna lose my train of thought here. So anyways, thank you for watching this video. And for those of you living on the West Coast, please be safe. Please be safe and stay away from the fires, obviously, because the fire, there's there's so many fires in my state that I wonder if I should get ready to leave too. But hopefully I don't have to. I mean, it's good to be prepared. I mean, September is like emergency preparedness month, and this coincidentally is regarding with the fires burning in the West Coast. I mean, it's sad and all, especially that for those who like lost their homes or even lost lives. I mean, it's really devastating. I mean, for those of you who are watching this video and yet have been devastated by any of these fires, you should really appreciate all the hard work that these firefighters are doing to help protect lives and property. And for those who are firefighters who may be watching this video later on, this is also an appreciation for all your hard work during this most difficult time where I live, which is on the West Coast. So thank you, and I am gonna let you guys go, and I will probably see you tomorrow for another review. Thank you, and good night. Be safe, and just hope for the best. But yeah, just hope for the best, and don't let that fire and smoke get the best of you. So good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye now.